As a globally award-winning disability justice activist, I've spent years confronting the assessment tool of memorization. Because I have a working memory disorder, the testing system in America's schools does not work for me. Memorization poses a significant barrier for those of us who are disabled. Memorization is heavily used in STEM fields due to STEM's high cognitive loads, complex abstract concepts, and fast-paced and multi-step instructions. STEM requires holding multiple steps, formulas, and definitions in working memory, and this can overwhelm those of us with learning disabilities. STEM subjects involve complex, abstract, or highly specialized vocabulary that is difficult to memorize without deep conceptual learning. A lot of times, labs are presented with fast-paced instruction that we can't hold. And the rote memorization in so many STEM fields focuses on superficial knowledge that isn't meaningful to disabled students. Trust me on this, because I face this every day. This fast-paced focus on memorization has troubling impacts on those of us who have learning disabilities. Having trouble keeping things in my working memory increases my risk of misconception. Without deep understanding, the memorization of equations or formulas can lead to inaccurate application later on. And a strong focus on memorization can perpetuate the false idea that STEM is too hard for disabled students. I invite educators to think deeply about the way they use memorization in their classrooms. And the things I'm going to suggest here, by the way, just happen to be great teaching practices, whether your students are neurodiverse or neurotypical. Just to be more thoughtful about how you teach all students. First of all, use visuals and checklists. Providing images, diagrams, or step-by-step checklists for labs reduces the reliance on memory that blocks so many of us from being successful in STEM classrooms. It's really important that you break down complex tasks into smaller, manageable steps and provide written instruction to go along with your verbal instructions. And please use Universal Design for Learning to offer multiple ways to engage with content like videos, text, tactile experiences, and simulations. Don't just lecture. And connect the new information you are presenting to prior knowledge. I have a teacher this year who is doing something for all students. That surprised me so much because I thought, this is so simple, yet why have I never once experienced it before? She gives the unit test to us in parts. The first day we did the essay. The next day we did the short answer questions. And the third day we did the matching and listing questions. You have no idea how much that helped my test anxiety and made the testing much more manageable for me. Well, for everyone in my class. Listen, I dare you to try to memorize and hold in your mind the things that you ask us to do every single day in school. You would be stressed out completely if you had to do what you asked us to do. Bring some compassion to your teaching strategies and to your assessments. Chunk it into smaller parts. Stop believing that we understand everything simply because you said it out loud. Sure, go ahead and say it, but also illustrate it. Give us a step-by-step plan of how to do it. These different ways of showing the same thing will increase your students' understanding and success in your classrooms. Just be more thoughtful. And when you're being more thoughtful, give special thought to those of us with disabilities and ask us what works for us. We truly want to be successful in our classwork, but systems get in the way for us. And one of those systems is the heavy reliance on memorization, the quick pace of teaching, and the false idea that disabled kids can't do well in STEM anyway. Put caring first and content second. If you want to hear more about the torture of memorization, check out my TED Talk on disability inclusion in poetry spaces, and hear more about how ableist the focus on memorization can be. And be sure to check out my next video that shows some really creative and amazing ways for all students to show deep comprehension of content through their own creation of short videos.